Hello, everyone.
That was a
What is
short
up?
seconds.
You said 30 seconds. That was 30 seconds.
Yes, it was.
Seconds. Bullshit.
30 seconds my time, not your
Apparently,
time.
Jews cannot tell time. Remember, they wandered in the desert for either 40 years or 400 years. They're not too sure yet.
God damn it.
They still haven't figured that one out, huh?
No. They couldn't even figure out how much oil would actually last for, the duration. They believed it was supposed to last a day, but it lasts 7 days, and they classified that as a miracle, but, they really can't tell time.
8.
8.
Get it right. 8. 8 days.
Actually, never mind. I'm not going to go into the religious talk about this because scientifically,
I probably need to show this out. I haven't done that yet. Oops.
What would you shilling besides Pan?
Looks like I'm starting to look for a new job tomorrow.
Looking for a new job tomorrow.
Yep. Because Gemax, I saw that he had posted a new ad on Craigslist about 20 minutes ago.
I posted it?
Not you. The owner.
Oh, he's not going. Oh,
and he's not picking up his phone. And he's not answering text messages. And yeah, sure. What's the worst that he can do? I guess to me is withhold my entire paycheck.
Not legally.
Legally, he can.
Well, he could.
Actually, the way that he was running it didn't seem all that legal.
Well.
Report him to the IRS then.
Oh, don't worry. I have my plan of action in place.
Her plan of action.
I have a plan of action.
What she's going to do, she's going to get together the Jewish mafia and then, break a few legs.
No, not the legs. We start with the toes first. And then work our way up.
See, this is where you're doing it wrong. You're supposed to break the legs so they can't go anywhere.
No, they won't. Oh, I see what you're saying, but no, they would be fully and completely restrained. Then you start with the toes, then you move your way up to the ankles, then you move your way up to the legs.
No, you do what they did to Gunther.
So you've been fired without being fired.
Well, yes and no. I'm guessing, but it's more like, you know what? I've made the decision that if he is not going to pay me in a timely manner, especially with all of the other bullshit that he does and how he manages things, I'm just not going to tolerate it anymore either.
May I ask the shade of this particular person?
Darker than you, Rogue.
You're telling me that a Negro is not payable on time? Interesting.
Maybe not this particular one.
And bye-bye, channel.
I said Negro.
Rogue can say it.
Yes,
Don't worry.
Are you sure? All the favorite guy says word. We have no visual confirmation yet. I don't, anyways.
I saw the top of his head once. But once. And I can confirm his skin tone is a bit darker than mine.
Time out, Pen. I've got a very important question to ask you. What head?
The one with the hair on top.
Well,
the one that's connected to the neck. The one that's
wow.
That's still. that doesn't answer the question.
Having a good head on shoulders.
That okay. That one does. All those other ones did not answer the question. It's like, you
guys are sick, dirty perverts.
What do you expect from us?
What's your point?
I'm just confused.
You are hanging out with men, remember?
I am just stating the obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, men. Your point is.
Why do I hang out with you guys? Oh yeah, that's right. Because there's some times where you guys are somewhat decent.
Decent. Wow.
So
she really expects a lot from us, doesn't she?
Well, that's what most girls say about us anyways. We hang out with you because you're somewhat decent.
This entire situation has kind of thrown me a little bit for a loop. Like, there was potential here, but a month of dealing with this shit, it's like, you know what? No. Just no more. I'm done.
Wait,
I'm not
so you haven't received a single paycheck?
Oh no, I have. Paydays are supposed to be on Sundays. But,
Okay.
if I send him a request through Zelle or Cash App to get my money, and he has responded to one of my texts earlier in the day, I would almost expect that, the money would have been deposited into my account by now.
Well, okay. Well, time out. Let me pause you real quick before you go through and do something rash. Wait until Monday.
Which is tomorrow.
Yeah, no shit, it's tomorrow. But
Mhm.
wait until Monday, because I deal with this most of the time, especially like with my job. Because whenever we get paid, we're supposed to be getting paid Friday morning, and it's supposed to come in midnight Thursday. Midnight Friday morning is when we're supposed to get paid, and it shows the transactions gone through on my ADP app. But usually I won't get the money, and it varies. Sometimes it varies between like 2 a.m., 1 a.m. Sometimes it's been 10 a.m. before the money gets put in my account. It's just, I would just give it a weekday, because I know the weekends can sometimes be screwy, especially with banks and shit like that. You never know that. You never know that.
Let me explain something to you.
Okay.
I've been dealing with his unprofessionalism for a month and a half. In needing supplies for the shop, we ran out of printer paper. Was asking him, okay, can you please get some? 3 days later, can you please get some? I can't print anything. I can't print orders. I can't print proof approvals. I can't print or do anything without printer paper. So I had to bring mine own from home. We ran out of paper towels. Again, same thing. Can you please get paper towels? Can you please order it? I can order it if you want me to. I can order it on Amazon if you just reimburse me.
Okay.
Brought in my own paper towels.
Okay.
If I said DTG, do any of you know what a DTG machine is?
Yes, I do actually know that it's a printing machine for shirts and other fabrics of sorts.
Ding, ding, motherfucking ding. So he has a DTG machine from Epson. It's a $15,000 machine.
Probably used.
Well, it really doesn't matter if it's used or not. The machine, since I've been observing it for the last month, doesn't print correctly. It doesn't print whites nearly as sharply as it should. It's not well maintained. There's a daily and weekly maintenance routine that's supposed to be operated on those machines that I never saw him do. And just hitting the maintenance button on the machine, going into the settings, maintenance, like nozzle checks and everything. Yeah, sure, but there's actually like a cleaning solution that you have to run through the machine at least once a week and clean the heads maybe every day, if not every other day. Otherwise...
Hey, Rogue, would you like to answer her question for her?
What question?
Oh, not her question, but her statement.
I'm not even going there. I'm going to let it continue.
Printer heads, Gem Max.
I know.
Printer heads.
All right.
Anyways, to get to the point, there's supposed to be maintenance done. And that thing had not been maintained very well. And he's been getting the wrong types. Well, I shouldn't say wrong types, but the cheapo China knockoff grades of white inks for that machine. So now all of a sudden, after begging him for nearly a month to try to get someone from Epson to come out and service it so that we can get it back in proper working order, he puts in a ticket to Epson, and then he says, "Oh, I need to buy 2 cartridges of the legit ink because I might not have my I might lose my warranty if the other ink is in there. I'm like, you dumb motherfucker. You dumb motherfucker.
All right.
Don't.
Let me go ahead and step in right here.
Mm-hmm.
I work at a professional shop. And some of the tools that we have that we're supposed to have are in-house made. Because it's too expensive to buy the other tools. And half the other tools that we have in the shop is supposed to be mechanic supplied. Well, it's actually supposed to be shop supplied, but mechanics supply. I don't know anything about your new boss or his ethics and stuff like that, but...
Look at the back office, Sparky.
Okay, I'll look in the back office.
You can even bring this up on screen if you want.
Okay. No, I get it. It's
You have
it's
the
poor
picture.
quality. I see it. It's poor quality.
Wait. I'm not done. The picture on the right is the best that we could get it to print. The picture on the left is closer to the range of how the worst that it would be printed. And the picture on the right is, again, not even as good as it should be printing. And every 2 or 3 shirts, that thing would drop in quality, and we'd have to run another maintenance check on it. That machine that he has is supposed to be rated to run for 35 shirts before it needs to be maintenanced again. We were doing it every 4.
Okay.
And I told him this. We had a job for 120 of these shirts.
Okay. All right. So is this guy a legit business, or is this something that he kind of just runs himself with a little bit of help here and there?
You know what? I'm going to double check on sunbiz.org, because if it is a legit business, it would be registered there.
Yeah. I was going to say, if this is just some guy, which we have a couple places on here that they, a couple people got stuff to where they can do stuff like this, make shirts, and we had a place near my old hometown called The Bunker, and they print, they do t-shirt printing there, and yeah, it was kind of a bag shop business, but they treated it like a legit business. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna ask something. How much does it cost to maintenance that machine?
Excuse me?
How much does it cost to maintenance machine?
The maintenance for the machine itself?
Yeah.
Depending on the severity of the damages that you have, it could cost you a couple $100 to a few thousand. Some cases, you're just better off getting a new machine.
Okay then. So a new machine's a couple thousand.
Could be.
Okay. No. 15,000 is a brand new machine.
That's a couple thousand.
Yeah,
No,
these printers are so
picky,
expensive and picky, and yeah, they're highly rated. They're the kind of machines that China is currently using to counterfeit magic cards and other things.
Yeah. It's a really good machine.
In fact,
itself.
it actually could do the printing correctly if
it could do a lot of things, including a currency. It's a really good machine. The problem is because of the amount of heat that it actually produces, it does cause a bit of warping. So yeah, you have to do a reset of the machine every now and then. And again, it depends on the materials that you're using in order for it to reset or recalibrate or even maintenance said machine.
Yeah. So my question is, if this is a guy and it's not a quote unquote legit business, and he does this through, and you've always said it's kind of like under the table, shady, kind of not legit, that kind of reaffirms that this is just a guy doing this out of his spare time, getting people in to help here and there. And he's probably not gonna service machines because it probably something wrong with it.
Here. I did do a check on sunbiz.org.
Mm-hmm.
He does have he does have it listed. He does have the print shop listed as a corporate entity.
Okay.
started April of last. Well, it's been incorporated since April last year.
You know how
Okay.
easy it is to get an LLC.
It is an LLC.
You know how easy it is to get one.
It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
that
I know.
difficult to register.
So
No, it's
Yeah.
not, because I got my own S corporate taken
Mhm.
care of.
Yeah.
You know, would like to have everything the up and up as possible.
yes.
With this, you know, I could understand. You know, maybe he didn't have the money. Maybe he's trying to wait. Maybe he has multiple other businesses: grill shops, jewelry shops, tattoo shops, and now he just started a transport. He just bought 2 of Maddie.
Okay.
He just bought 2 fucking semi trucks with cabins in the back, with
Okay.
sleeper cabins.
Okay, time out. That right there always throws red flags to me. That right there tells me that he's getting multiple businesses and that can probably not even sustain themselves. Little other than other types of businesses. Trying to make ends meet and just trying to scrape by.
Hold on.
Well, okay, hang on.
Wait, stop. Let me say this. Supposedly his grills and jewelry businesses, I don't know how legit these jewelry businesses are, but supposedly the grills businesses make a lot of money.
Did he tell you that?
Back to what I was about to state before Pan decided to interject. Yeah, no, they could actually crossbreed because of the factor that transport materials and that, such as your grills, your jewelry, and all that, is required, especially if you have a high quantity that needs to go back and forth. So you actually reduce the amount of transportation costs or transport. So that makes it a lot easier. So you can send your own shipper to go pick up the item and bring it back to where you need to, as well as drop it off at whatever point of sales that you need to get it to. So that's one. As for shirts and that's another, interesting idea that can also work with transportation. If you already have a tattoo shop, that's all in one that can sit there. So basically, he can run everything out of one shop. He doesn't need to have multiples.
My guess is he's got all his money sunk into all these other businesses, though, right now. So he can't really afford to do required maintenance on other things.
And I'm going to say this much. If he can't maintain a printing press that's just $15,000, I'm going to agree with Maddie in the chat. He is definitely, especially if it's a newer EPA truck with DPFs and SCRs and stuff like that in it, he's definitely not going to be able to afford the maintenance on that, because you go into any shop to get just a regular basic PM done, that's about $500-$600. Any kind of basic maintenance work on those trucks, yeah, you're paying about $140 an hour, and to do basically, like, say he bought the truck and clutches out of it,
it's not so much that, yes, he's been lax on the maintenance. Yes, he's been lax on the appropriate supplies for the shop. When I started there, the shelves were all disorganized with all the different color shirts and everything that he has on it. And over the course of the week, when there was another girl that was in there, a second girl that he hired to work with me, she was helping fold and organize shirts by color and by size and style. So it looks a little bit cleaner, but it wasn't so much these little things, although everything kind of just starts piling up into a heap. What got me basically to this point was I had decided that the shop was going to be closed tomorrow because of the hurricane. And I messaged him and I told him, I even called him. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm not sure what. For whatever reason, he doesn't seem to compute. Like, I don't know what storm you're talking about. I'm like, the hurricane that's just off the coast of Florida, the one that's currently about to hit the Bahamas.
All right,
Please let me finish my story. Please let me finish my story.
Okay, like, you finish your story, even though I interjected.
He always seemed to get upset because then a client called, like, why am my shirt not going to be ready today? Like, ma'am, there was a state of emergency declared on Friday morning by the governor that this hurricane is coming. And I told him I needed time to put up the corrugated metal, to do some last minute shopping, to do the prep work. Even though it's a Cat 1, at the time it was about to be a Cat 1 hurricane, you never know how quickly those things can grow in strength between the Bahamas and the coast of Florida. And if it could make a sudden left turn, like Andrew did back in 1992.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him, no, Rogue, stop. No, no. I told him.
No,
I know.
Black. His customers are black. They don't care about hurricanes.
Yeah.
Are you making me make a decision between protecting myself and my family during a state of emergency with a storm or opening up your shop? Are you making me make that decision?
There's businesses that will do that. When the Joplin tornado hit, I was walking in a shop, the tornado signs were going off, the tornado was going through Joplin, and we were still walking on trucks. We didn't take shelter.
Basically, Penn, at the end of the day, all they care about is product being picked up. Obviously, you've never dealt with anybody in a very darker tone in business. They don't care about the catastrophe that might be happening to a few people. It's more about the money and bitch, where's my money?
Yeah. I'm going to say you could have a storm surge probably go through the middle of his shop, and he'll be more concerned trying to get the product up and out of the shop into a safe place than really about the storm surge or the shop or even employees from the way it sounds.
The final nail in this coffin right now is Sundays are supposed to be payday. Now, granted, every Sunday before now, I've gotten paid. This is the first time, especially after a major argument like that, that I had submitted my request via Zelle to get my pay for the week. The other girl had also done the same, and both of us still have yet to receive our money. I would probably be more upset if she got hers and I didn't. Basically, it's like, okay, fuck you then too. But you don't fuck with people's money. If you said that they're going to get paid on Sunday and they send you requests, it takes 30 seconds to approve the request. I had been calling. I had been texting. Before we started the show, I tried to call him 3 times in a row. It's like, dude, he's either got his phone on mute or he's just ignoring the calls completely. I don't know what.
Probably ignoring the calls completely because
I would say he's got it on mute so he can, take some quality time with a special someone.
Yeah, well, that too. Hang on. Was this before or after you were kind of arguing with him about opening or not opening the shop on Monday?
Yesterday is when I argued with him about opening the shop during a state of emergency hurricane. Today is when I was supposed to get paid.
I can kind of see why he didn't pay.
Well, if that's the case, well then, I figured, okay, what's the worst that he could possibly do to me? He withholds my paycheck for the week. Okay, fine. I have some money saved up. I can still file for unemployment. And whatever I did earn from him, at least to keep my ass covered legally, I just report as earned income through my own business as a contractor. I keep myself covered. What's the worst that I could do to him? Well, let's see. I could report him to Sunbiz. I could report him to the state of Florida. I could report him to the Department of Labor. Because he never had me fill out a W-2. He never had me fill out a 1099. He never took any tax information. That's why I said I can cover myself and report my money and pay the taxes on that. He has no excuse.
Here's the problem with this, Pen. You normally took a job that wouldn't do that. That didn't do that. You are just as much as fault as he is. That's the problem with the iOS.
I can report my earnings.
You can report your earnings, but at the end of the day, it's still going to reflect badly on you.
To who?
That would be a penalty.
To who?
Yeah, to you. You normally took a job that did not have you fill out a W-2 doing tax evading on it.
Oh, I'm not doing tax evading on it. I'm saying
Not
I'm reporting.
you.
No, she's already reporting her pay. You can a non-employee can report their whole wages after without. Okay,
Right,
what
but
is it?
I as I am contracted myself through my company to work under his services.
Okay, when have you reported it then?
Dude, it's only been a month and I've been keeping records of these so that I can report it.
Sparky, she doesn't have to report until the end of the year by tax law.
All right.
No,
She's fine. She's fine on her area. I see what she's doing. She's fine on her area. She's good. He, on the other hand, might be a little screwed.
Yeah. I know it's a little bit different in Oklahoma because you need to fill out a form when you do take a job like that and keep track of it, dates and times, including report it in.
I'm considering myself self-employed, contracting out the work to somebody else.
Okay.
And as long as I keep the records and report my earnings and report, and they tell me, okay, well, out of these earnings that this is how much taxes you have to pay, I'm in the clear. I want to run if and when I ever get to the point where I can open my own shop and hire employees, I want to run it as legit as possible. I want to I don't care if he thinks that he's saving money on these stupid inks from China by doing this weird way. Like, it might cost you a little bit more money right now, but it saves you a hell of a lot of money and headache in the long term.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, those machines, that machine, he is that machine. If he's running it the way you're saying he's running it, Penn, because I've worked on one of those machines before. He maybe has another 6 months before he has a major issue, and that machine won't work. And even his warranty won't save his ass.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I was going to mention that things at grills and that you're looking at hundreds of dollars being produced. If he's using, let's say, diamond, you're looking at thousands of dollars. So that's his grills. I'm not even going to go into the cubic zirconiums and that could still net him cool $1,000 because most individuals don't even know the difference between a fake diamond and a real diamond. So if he's already got a separate business for, I don't know, grills and jewelry, he's already making bank, and having a business in printing go tits up, it ain't gonna cost him much.
I was gonna say you can talk to Ishtar about the jewelry thing. I know she's an expert at it. So, but Hub also asks a very, very good question. Is like, do you submit an invoice for your time? If not, probably need to stop doing that. Because if you're contracting out, you have to keep track of that. So, yeah.
I am, though. But the thing is, to answer Herb's question, did I ever submit a invoice to him for my time? No. I'm calling it being self-employed. He is contracting the company, my company, to work. But when I go to report my stuff, I'm self-employed. Hours that I paid myself to work, even if it was somebody else's work. All the IRS really cares about is, did you earn money and did you pay the appropriate taxes for earning that money? If I said yes, that's my company, I earned this money, contracted to this. They don't care about invoices. They just want to know how much money.
It's pretty much the same thing for any. The only time that they care about is they're going to go through an audit, and that's the only time that you're going to have to, deal with. But realistically, you should have an invoice with your time, and then just in case they decide to do a audit.
Yeah, because if you just go through and file, and they take it, no questions asked, good. Then no issue. It's up to like 7 years. It's up like 7 years down the road, and they decide, hey, we're gonna do audit because we think that there's a discrepancy here, and if you can't pull out the proper paperwork, you will get bent over the bill. Bad.
So, regardless of the fact, you are doing everything correctly for the most part, but you should have your info just in case.
Just so you got your I's dotted and your T's crossed.
Yep.
And your butthole plugged up with something else before they get to, pushing up, their big rod of justice.
Yeah. But for me, I don't, oh God, I don't do those. Oh, fuck that. No, fuck that. I don't.
I've screwed over many bosses with the IRS for not paying me right. Because if they're not paying me right, there's other shit they're doing. If someone's not paying you right, there's a lot of other shit they're usually doing.
Okay,
they're not supposed to be doing.
No, I haven't done it with the IRS. I have done it with DOT, and I think Maddie will know exactly where I'm coming from on this one, because the last shop I worked for decided they were gonna go ahead and do work on a real end that the spindle was about ready to come off, and the owners bitched so much, they're like, fine, we'll put back together, we're gonna have you sign this document here saying we're not liable for it. And I'm going to say this much right now, that little paperwork that you sign as a mechanic or as a shop, it doesn't matter if you sign it and it says, yes, we waive responsibility, whatever happens to the truck is not our fault. If that wheel end still comes off and kills someone, that piece of paper is useless. You will the shop, the owner, the driver, and the mechanic that put it back together can still have vehicular manslaughter charges put up against them. And I refused to put the roll end back together, and I lost my job for it. And afterwards, I reported them to DOT. I reported them to the Department of Motor Vehicle Safety. I also reported them to Better Business, and I reported them to the head corporate company. And 2 or 3 months after that, that manager was gone.
Yeah, I've done it for a few shops as well, so.
Well, the reason I reported my boss to the IRS because I knew I would get my severance pay from the IRS, essentially. See, there's a reward, a percentage for reporting people with tax evasion and other such things.
Yeah, no, there's always that. But anyways, Penny, as you're going to say.
Yeah, can I mention that, what's this? I just got a text message from the other girl who started the store last month. Oh, sorry, not last month, last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about an hour ago, she already got her money for the week. Where's mine? Where's mine?
Is she going in the morning?
She can go in the morning all she likes. I still have the keys.
I'm asking. It's like, did she fight with him? That's all I'm asking.
For what? You're talking about for the storm?
Yeah.
Oh no, I had told her don't come in because I'm not opening up the store. She doesn't have the key.
Well, that's Pen. Do you have another phone you can call him on? A phone number that he doesn't have?
Oh wait, when did she get paid?
She said she got her money an hour ago.
Okay. Well, I'll see what happens. I mean, just
Man Squash #PayPin. Thanks, Man Squash.
#PayPin.
So, yeah, what's the worst that I lose out? I lose out a week's worth of pay.
Man Squash, are you trying to get Penn to kind of be within the same vicinity as a Charlie Brown character?
Yes, Maddie.
It looks like you're trying to mix the two.
Yeah, Maddie. Yeah. Yes, Florida is a right to work state.
Sucks.
When he never gave me W-2 information or I-10 1099 information for anything, it's more of a like a dick move rather than a right to work or whatnot. So so yes, the answer is technically yes, but let's just be honest. This is a dick move, and not paying me for even the week. He wants to fire me. He wants to fire me. Fine, but to not pay me for the week after, yeah, no, fuck you, sir.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna shift gears a little bit, and we got 7 people watching. That's quite a bit for
I was going to mention that I can just imagine, Pen kind of similar to Pigpen, but every time she walks, instead of billowing up a dust storm, it's money that pops out of her.
No, my shekels.
She walks around and money's kind of floating around.
I was gonna say, don't fuck with Jew and her money, but yeah.
Yeah, I can,
But I meant by the head, by when you were mentioning the head, that's not what I meant. I was talking, wow, a black person who doesn't want to fix something.
Yeah, I know that's like a no-brainer on that one. I mean, I've been trying to convince my mom to get rid of stuff that we're no longer going to be using or selling or whatever, and she's like, "No, we're going to use it. We're going to sell it one day." I'm like, "No,
we're not."
No, we're not.
But let me go through and do this real quick just before I forget. People watching, we got Manswatch, Maddie, Pin and Rogue don't count. We got Hub.
You have like a mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Windslayer. We got a Kairu.
I see a Kairu and a Maddie and a Windslayer. Oh, look, there's a Herb and a Mansquatch.
Yeah. But that's that really does suck, Pin. It really does. Hopefully, things do get squashed.
No, I give anybody, a little bit of, kudos, praise if you can figure where I borrowed that from. Anyhow, going forward, we've had a lot of weird shit happen throughout the news. Apparently, you guys are still going crazy over your current president and soon-to-be president-elect.
I've stopped paying attention to it. I stopped paying attention to it because it's dumb.
Thank you, Herb. Thank you.
You haven't won yet. I don't think, at least.
Yeah.
But no, what do you think of this whole Biden becoming a very loose Republican?
Biden couldn't. Biden is
actually utilizing the same material that Trump did for the early stages of 2016.
Biden doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's just doing whatever he can and what's being thrown in front of him. He's like, oh, this seems original. When it's not.
He's a plagiarizer. It's nothing new, but no, I mean it's very interesting to watch him becoming like slowly a Republican. I mean, his former boss was, deemed as a Republican. So it's very fascinating to watch that.
How so though? I haven't been following on this.
He wants to buy American for America. He's got almost the same idea as build a wall. It's more or less monitoring the actual who's coming in and out. That's another program that he's got that's being pushed around with the Green New Deal. Because again, you have to watch out how many people are actually being imported versus being exported. There was another program that he had that was very Republican, with a soft, Democrat push. It's very interesting to see him use or reword certain phraseology that Trump has already been pushed out there.
Okay.
Yeah. He's basically flip flop.
Yeah.
He's basically he's announced that he is now a Republican, and he is the furthest fucking thing from a Republican.
Yeah. Well, this is just the dementia.
He's basically.
This is the dementia kicking in. He forgot the Democrat.
Yeah, it might be the dementia. That's you bring up a good point there. It might be the dementia.
He forgot he was a Democrat, and it's like, the Republicans are a lot more popular. This is why I got beat.
This is such a big flip flop. It's gonna fuck him. Because the last president, the last person that did that and ran for president, that didn't go so well for her. I believe that was McCain. Who else did that? What's it? Who was the one that ran against Bush the first time? No, yeah, Kerry and a couple other people who ran for president flip-flop that big. They all, whenever they flip-flop that big, they all lose. So, I don't know.
I don't pay attention to it because it's just so dumb and stupid. You got the media pushing one thing, which ain't even close to the fucking truth. You got people out there going against Donald Trump because they don't like him because orange meant bad. You got Biden. He can't remember, his fucking asshole from his fucking mouth. He always talks shit out of his fucking mouth. You got the country burning itself down to the fucking ground. I don't fucking care no more. It's like let's just go into a civil war and just let the cowboys, the hicks, the hillbillies, and the rednecks just clear the fucking country out because we all know that they're gonna win. Because I mean, come on, you talk about any city boy that thinks they're in the hood and the game with fucking pants hanging down below the fucking waist, thinking that they're badass motherfuckers. They can't even get up in the morning, go 2 miles in the fucking woods, climb up in a tree, and wait for about 3-4 hours to kill a fucking deer. It's like, I know which side's got to win this war. Let's just do it already.
Well, the problem with right now is that there is a law that could be now. States now have the right to vote with the popular vote, not of their state, but of the entire thing. So, and a lot of states have this now. So not only does Trump have to win, I mean, these are mostly in blue states anyway, so it doesn't matter. But they're trying to get these laws passed in other states.
Not gonna happen. And if it does happen,
these states are passed by the representatives. Is the problem? The state representatives. So it's stupid. This was not what. Basically, the Supreme Court has slowly been dismantling the original parts of the Constitution, saying, this part isn't constitutional." No, that's exactly what the Constitution is based on. How is it not constitutional? Oh, you see.
No, it doesn't feel like it's constitutional. It's all about the feeling, not about the actual fact.
Here's the problem. They can still go by popular vote, but it's still electoral college that does it. And it's still going to be electoral college. And the problem is even though the members of the electoral college may not like the candidate that they're going to have to be voting for, they still have a obligation that they have to vote for, and they can be replaced if they refuse. So that's even a popular vote, it's not gonna work because it still won't fucking fly with electoral college. So what if popular swings in the favor of somebody they don't like from the electoral college? They got flip flop. They can't. I guarantee it's not gonna happen.
Well, no. Let me explain it to you. Let's say that Trump loses the popular vote again, but California, for some amazing reason, votes Republican this time. Mm-hmm. They can actually, the representatives there actually have the legal right now, if Trump lost the popular vote, but still won the election, they can swing the California votes that would have been Republican to Democrat, making him to lose the election.
They got to stick to one or the other. They can't flip flop between that.
No, they can literally do that now because the Supreme Court gave them the right.
Fine, the Supreme Court gave them the right. They do that, it's not gonna work, and there'll be a fucking mass riot over it.
Oh yeah, I know, but there's been riots already.
It's gonna go for a week, and it's gonna change back. because at the end of the day, that's still considered a type of voter fraud.
And
it cannot go by popular. It's got to go by electoral college. They do the popular just as a, hey, look here. But at the end of the day, it's the electoral college that votes in the candidate.
Yes, Sparky. Normally, that's the way it would work. What I'm saying is they've changed the rules literally to where they can do that now.
Bullshit.
No, no. This was. Never mind. I'll send you the link to the video to explain this.
That's fine. You can send me the link to the video. Are they doing this for all states or one state? Because if it's not all states, they can't do it.
No, the states have to vote on this themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, and it still has to be all states.
And the individual states can now vote like with the popular vote and not with the vote of their state.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Now there's I think there's 12 states right now that have this ability.
Yeah, I mean, basically at the end of the day, that the blue states are all not going to push, their direction that they want to, because again, it's just another way to rig the election.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I still don't see how it's going to work, because you got some states doing popular, some states doing electoral college. It's not going to fly.
I thought that the only reason why the popular vote accord, whatever that they were trying to do, would only be if they got a certain amount of states. I don't think that they had met that threshold yet.
But the Supreme Court said that they can do that now without that. That's what I'm saying. The Supreme Court basically went and made law saying, no, they have the right to do this. It's unconstitutional for them to not be able to do what the state wants to do, which is they're not supposed to do.
They can't do that because that's federal mandated, not state.
Yeah, I know. That's what I no. It's no longer federal mandate.
Basically, at the end of the day, if somebody wants to fight that in court, by all means they can. But going forward, if the federal government jurisdiction portion of it has already stated that these states can choose whether to go with the actual vote that their people have stated or to go with the more popular vote, then that just means that they changed your constitution.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Fix that.
No, I'm just kind of reiterating so that.
Yeah. So the only way to fix that is basically the people would have to vote whether they accept the leadership of that decision making, or if they don't, they need to actually get out and vote and replace these fuckers.
Here's my vote.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a question of whether or not that California has actually been counting Republican votes and not throwing them in the trash at the end of the day.
No, I think they've been throwing them in the trash realistically.
So and New York as well at this point. So
well, even if
anything that has a solid blue, shade has always been that way.
Well, let the solid blue states do what the fuck they want. At the end of the day, it still won't fucking walk. Even if they went popular vote, okay, well, you still have so many delegates.
Yeah, well, again, the people that hold the most delegates just happens to be, especially in the blue side. Oh, what was that? The funny Jewish man who's not really a Jewish man who thinks he's a communist but not really a communist. Oh, what's his name again? Flanders? No. Manders? No.
Asshole?
Something like that.
Yeah,
he holds the most when it comes down to delegates. So realistically, if we're going to be arguing about delegates, let's push that aside, because again, he holds more delegates than Trump at this moment, and Trump doesn't need to get the delegates for control. At least I don't think. So realistically, it is about the Constitution being slowly rewritten and reorganized to a way where it's going to be the popular vote that's going to be, your next president-elect. If you look at, the previous election, who had the popular vote?
Basically, this might be the last time freedom rings.
The person who had the popular vote happened to be Clinton.
Yeah, it happened to be Clinton because of two states.
Again,
only two states.
It was a politics that got her out of that office. Mm-hmm. They want to get rid of it. This has been their plan since day one, of Donald Trump's reign. We've been watching different organizations, different plans being doled out for almost 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
This seems to be the most legit way of doing it.
Nobody's contesting who brings in the fucking electoral college or anything like that. What I'm saying is that electoral college is the one that makes the fucking votes, and they gotta vote for what the fucking state votes for. That's all I'm saying. What I'm saying
I understand that, but
they've got to what?
If they're already rewriting it from the Supreme Court level of who gets to choose which side of the vote is going to be, especially from state to state, that means that the electric, it means nothing anymore. It's just a choose. It's like a choose your own adventure. You either choose what the people has decided, or you decided that you're going to go with the most popular, which is, another form of voting.
Yeah, I know it's the legislator who chooses. I'm not arguing that, man, Squatch. The legislature chooses electoral college. Electoral college votes on the basis of the vote cast in the state that they're elected in.
But if the legislation is now choosing the more popular vote over the previous, what happens then?
Okay, what states are doing this in?
Mostly blue right now.
Mostly the blue states.
Mostly the blue states. Okay, so what's that guy changed in?
You could change your voting parameters the moment that the red states start to do exactly the same thing.
And the red states aren't gonna do that.
How do you know?
I'm pretty sure because the whole reason why the electoral college is put into place is to make it a more even playing field.
I gathered that, but there's a lot of people that believe that isn't an even playing field.
Cool.
And that's coming from both sides, not just a one-sided, conversation.
Well, it's whoever wins at the time.
Correct.
Yeah, and whoever wins.
It's whoever loses.
It's whoever loses. It's whoever loses. At the end of the day, you shouldn't change the fucking rules and laws just because you're
apparently, the moment that you're slowly changing the rules is going to affect the other teams. So, like it or not, you're going to be losing an ability.
And like it or not, we'll be going to a civil war then.
Well, then, if that's what's going to happen, it's going to happen. But right now,
and how many states are doing this?
I think it's like 12 right now.
12 out
That's
of 50.
A lot, but it's
12,
the biggest
12, 12 out of 50.
Yeah, 12 large states are going to be doing it.
12 out of 50 states.
Yeah.
But the problem is, Sparky, that the fact that the Supreme Court has basically said, "Oh yeah, they can do this." That's the beginning of the end. I know. Yes, it's going to be a civil war.
Yes,
right.
That is.
I'm not.
Yeah, Turb. That is the prime basis of why the U.S. is a republic. Unfortunately, they don't. There are certain members within their own structure that don't want to remain. That no longer want to remain in the republic. They want to change it completely.
Oh yeah.
And this is a soft communist approach. So they have been slowly rewriting the Constitution a bit at a time, and not a lot of people have been, paying attention. They have rewritten the Second Amendment. They have rewritten the First Amendment. Hell, they've even rewritten the Fourth Amendment. So it's just a matter of time before they get rid of the electoral college and move into the popular vote.
Yep. And the Constitution also says we have the right to protect ourselves from a fucking tyrannical government too. So.
Yeah, no, I gathered that, but
I was answering.
How are you going to protect yourself from a tyrannical government when they hold the overall people? The people are the ones that are calling for the change.
Basically, well, here's the thing: Black Lives Matter. All those people are pretty much dead at this point. because those are the people that
Black Lives Matter is when it comes down to Black Lives Matter, BLM, it's a different organization altogether. You have the inner circle, which is the actual prime, operations, the actual people that actually run the show, and they're a small band of high-powered individuals, whereas everybody else is just a patsy. Okay. Easy pickings. They don't care about those people.
No, the thing is, the patsies always end up getting killed because you don't need them.
And that's why I said they don't care about those people.
Oh, yeah. I know.
They become a martyr.
Oh, I know.
So that just means that there's more people to what's called human shields.
Oh, they're called collateral damage. That's benefits.
Yeah, and it's a basic portion of guerrilla warfare that's been adopted. So, and unfortunately for guerrilla warfare, it's effective. It actually changes things very quickly.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Now the thing is, you're right. How you're supposed to fight against something that has the say so and the power and stuff like that. It's easy. You make a stand, and you make enough of a stand to realize that they can't move forward. Okay, they got. Let's put it into perspective like this. They got 12 states that want to do this. Fine. Say it happens and it goes through. Those 12 states now have the right to say anything they want, and the other states do not have a say so anymore because they've changed it to be like this. So you have over 30 states now that don't have a say so in the processes of the government. Good majority of the country. They may have the popular vote. They're not going to keep the country together.
Oh, we're not saying
we're not arguing that.
Well, what I'm saying is if it happens, it's not going to end good. It's not going to end well for them. They have not thought it through.
That's the problem.
I think they have thought it through, Sparkles.
Sparky,
think they have.
Don't care what happens. Either way, they win. If there's a rebellion, they win. If there's no rebellion, they win. It's a win-win for them.
It's a win situation. The South is going to rise again.
Yeah.
And they're going to take over slowly.
I'm fine. Rogue's fine. He's in Canada. Penn and you, Sparky, good luck. I'll help you if I can. I'm not saying this is a great thing or a good thing. This is just kind of what's going to happen.
I've been watching this, since I was a wee lad. As your Democratic, your blues have tried to rewrite their own history and peg it onto the Republicans. That the Republicans are the ones that are the racist individuals, and that actually happened. Mm-hmm. And now they're slowly rewriting the constitutional law into their own favor.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said before, they have, with the new additions that they've added into the constitutional law, it's not that hard for them to rewrite the entire history of the nation. And all they needed to do was get into education in media. That's it.
All right, so Manuscroft, you're asking, how do the other states lose rights? Okay. The reason why they never tried, but the reason why they went to electoral base is so it'd be an even playing field. Here's how it could be. Here's why. Whenever you have California, a population of 39 million people, and let's say Oklahoma, a population of 3.9 million. It doesn't matter if the state of Oklahoma votes 10 times over. They still get beat out by California because of simple fact. It's such a highly dense population. Now, a lot of people say, well, it's fair because California has a majority of people. But at the end of the day, it's also about stage 2. It's a delicate balance between population, the states, and the government, the United States as a whole. Now, in order for it to be fair, yeah, the people have the say in what they do, but also it's the people that lives within the states. So if you live within a state that it doesn't matter what you do, what you say, how you do it, you get out yelled because the other side's bigger, just because it's just another state and they have more of a population, it no longer is a fair playing field, especially when they go by state bases. That's why the electoral college is in effect. That's why it's other states will lose rights.
Yeah.
Well, no, time out. What does this have to do with the blue states assigning the EC votes the way that you don't like it? Okay, well, let's look at it like this. How is the electoral college votes determined? The number of delegates is given by the amount of votes given to the populace. Each state is given a certain amount of electoral college votes. And depending on the percentage of the votes within the state, is how many of those electoral college members are given to that vote. That makes an even playing field throughout all the states. When you go for and you want to do a population vote or popular vote, electoral college gets thrown out the window. You can't do a popular vote and electoral college vote. It's one or the other. No, the state legislature chooses the EC votes.
Yeah, but what if it's also the state legislature that's also saying, oh, whoever gets the national popular vote is going to get the electoral votes, regardless of how the popular vote is within the state?
Yes.
You can't have it both ways. That's the problem.
That's what Sparky is basically trying to get at is...
Yeah.
Yes, it's their right, but at the same time, the state legislature, they can flip a coin and hold a rate. You're absolutely right. They absolutely can. But we've been doing it a certain way for so long. To suddenly now change the rules because a certain political party is not happy with the results and they want to try to tip the scales in their favor.
Okay, and they've been doing that for a while.
Yeah.
Both sides have been actually doing this for a while. It's not just one or the other. It's actually both.
Anytime that the blue take over, the Republicans tend to do exactly the same thing, going, hey, it should be the popular vote, not the other way. And then when it goes into their favor, and it's, oh, yeah, no, we like this because we won. So realistically, you're going to go to popular vote eventually.
Because didn't Obama not win with the popular vote?
Correct.
Once?
Yeah.
Yeah, so and then the Republicans were screaming, "Oh, we should get rid of." Basically,
wait a minute. I don't recall. In like the last 20 years, the Republicans going, "We need to have a popular vote."
No, the Republicans have never. They've always abided by the fucking electoral college. If the Democrats run, okay, we got a Democrat leader. So what?
Yeah, they did that with Obama. So
yeah, Obama run the popular. Obama run the popular and the electoral college. He run both of them.
I'll be right back.
Not
yeah.
Did he?
Yes, he won both of them. He won both of them by a slight margin on the popular, but he won the electoral college, and that's what it was based off of. Again, they do the popular vote as just a what if. They've always done that. They always give those numbers out. Oh, the state voted this many. But I remember this last election, there was issues because the delegate, I can't remember what it was. I think it was actually Oklahoma. The delegates within Oklahoma didn't want to vote for Donald Trump. Even though they were slated to vote for Donald Trump, they wanted to sway their vote to something else, and they got replaced. That's the thing. you got to vote in the legislator can vote. Not the legislator. The electoral college appointed members from the legislature can vote either which way they want. They have the power and the ability to do that. They can. However,
you're thinking of Al Gore versus George Bush.
Yes.
Yeah.
They can. They can do that. However, it backfires on them because at the end of the day, they have to vote in the way the people voted. Otherwise, they will get removed and no electoral college member will be brought in. It's happened several times before.
Wasn't George Bush one time elected by the Supreme Court?
Yes, he was.
Yes,
Supreme
he
Court.
wasn't.
That was 2000.
Yeah.
Yes,
Basically,
they do, man, Squatch. I'm not arguing
So
this
it
with
has
you.
happened before, basically, to where
Yes, the president's
votes-
already been the president's already been set. That the Supreme Court has elected you president. So it's just a matter of going forward on this, and this is what they're doing. So pushing the popular vote is something that they've been trying to do for quite some time. So that's an initiative that seems to be going forward. The Supreme Court has, bent over and said yes, it is a thing that you can do to choose whether you want to go with the college or the popular vote for your decision.
Yeah, man, Squatch has
Now-
happened several times before already. It can.
Now, regardless of the factor that going, whatever the idea, the tradition is, the college is what needs to be focused on. Unfortunately, somewhere along the line, the popular vote became a factor, and now being run as the main source of electing who's going to be your lead for one position of office.
Yes.
Yeah, remember, president isn't as strong as most people think it is. It's just a person who has control over veto, like the queen, for the most part.
Okay, it happened 200 years ago. I take it back, but it has happened before.
It has happened before. And like,
Well,
Man
you had
Squatch.
Harris that had that.
And time out. Man Squatch. They usually have convening sessions before the votes when they come in to determine if the who and how they're gonna vote for. Because at the end of the day, if they cast votes and the number of delegates ain't, only thing the electoral college is a fucking figurehead. That's all it is. It's a place and seat figurehead just to push the button saying they vote for this.
Okay,
If they vote anything other than what they got selected for, it goes into, well, it actually hasn't happened yet. Because they usually nip that shit in the bud before they go through and have the vote. So,
I mean, technically, whatever happens this election, it's gonna fucking suck. I'm just gonna be honest with you. This election is going to be the fucking worst election we've ever fucking had, and the most dirtiest shit ever is going to be seen from it.
yep.
Well, we are watching it in real time, slowly being built. So it's very interesting. I'm going to see who's from my quarters up north. Exactly what's going to happen to y'all down south.
Yeah. Well, I know this much. I know the Democrats are probably going to try to push Biden in, and then they got to try to push him out like they did with Bunny, and appoint somebody that they want.
Well, no, they already have somebody. They're going to be appointing his new VP. Remember that. He's
don't
only
think
there
they
for a brief hiccup. He's not going to be there for very long.
I don't think they know yet who's going to be vice president.
They don't. And we got until like August, I think, that they have to figure that out. And like
Yeah,
later,
this month, literally.
Yeah. So they're in crunch time, and they have to select somebody. They cannot select Harris because of the factor that she's an unlikable person. So they need somebody that is likable enough in order to get, once Biden takes over office, that it's an easy and smooth transition to go from VP to president.
Yeah, basically.
All right. Well, anyways, Come up with a new topic. I'm gonna go take a piss. I don't want to talk about politics anymore. So get out of your system before I come back.
So I have this itch between my legs.
I thought it would be funny that that Minneapolis police department has been advising residents to give into the criminals lately.
Oh, that's politics, but yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard give up, and the federal government said, "Okay, we thought you guys were going to take this serious."
Oh no, I don't know. This is because of the fact that remember the police are not allowed to actually enforce law in those areas. It has nothing. Politics is a totally different thing altogether. This is police supposed to be doing their job but can't, and now they're advising the residents there to not argue with the police in general. Not the police, the criminals in general.
You know what's going to come next.
Oh yeah.
Bang bang, you dead.
Pretty much.
People will argue. Oh shit, that's a bear. Sorry.
Yeah, them bears come up when you least expect it. But yeah, no, it seems very fascinating that you've got be prepared to give up your cell phone and purses/wallets if approached by a robber, and do not argue or fight with the criminals. Do as they say.
Yeah, do as they say.
Yeah,
so
that's basically what it is.
So wait a minute. So basically, the criminals have more rights than the.
Well, like I said before, it comes back down to it. They've been pushing out on their Twitter. They've been pushing out the fact that giving you some tips.
Oh, you got one, Wenslayer.
To not get hopefully to prevent you from being carjacked and shit like that, and a few other things. But they've come out of the work and pretty much stated that it'd be your best interest to give your shit up and walk away.
Okay, so are we done with the whole politics thing now?
No, this is the politics, according to Rogue.
No, it's still about politics, because if I'm talking about anything about the riots and shit like that, it's about politics. I don't want to talk about the riots.
I'm talking about the riots. I'm talking about the police being, telling people to give all this shit up to the criminals.
And then it's about the riots and the criminals' riots protests happened in Minneapolis, right? Away from that topic at all. Moving away from it. I'm moving away from anything about the bullshit happening in the United States, okay? Done with it.
Well, then we have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, we do. Games. How's Fallout 76 been going, Rogue?
Fine. Fine.
Right, nothing to tell? Nothing to say about it?
No, I've already did my selling previously. What else is there to say?
Well, I didn't know if you came across anything else interesting.
No, not really.
Oh man, Man Squad says one hell of a dad joke. Maybe the next Tunicast I can super chat Edward and have him tell that as Alastor. How many village people does it take to screw in a light bulb? Village people don't screw in light bulbs, they screw in the YMCA. That's funny.
Actually, no, it's pretty lame.
Oh, I laughed, so. I don't care if you think it's lame. But anyways, no, it's just we could talk about. I'm actually gonna use the same mantra you use on me, Rogue. We can talk about whatever you want. What's it got to change? Okay, nothing's got to change. And sitting here and saying that we need to vote differently and stuff like that. I've been voting the same way for a while. I can't do anything else but that. You say you guys all the time, Rogue.
All I say is when it comes back down to it, it comes back. You have no control of your vote.
I know that.
So,
and it's got to get to the point where the country's got to say "fuck this," no more. And it's about to that point. It may not be the entire country, it'll be a portion of it. I know I'll be one of the portions of it. But until then, we talk about all we want. It's still the same thing. Biden's a delusional fucking dumbass. Trump has unfavorable opinions that other people don't like. And there's a lot of fucking dumbasses in the country that just need to be genocide out of existence.
And it's okay to kill black babies, apparently.
Well, that's fine. Let them.
In that way, it's
No,
never
that's
changed.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let them. Let Planned Parenthood do it. Just do it. It'll get rid of the problem.
What's the problem?
It will get rid of the problem. Let them do it.
God damn it, Sparky.
Am I not wrong?
Oh, it doesn't matter if you're wrong. It's fucking hilarious. Just the way you said it. I love it.
It will take care of the issue. It will take care of itself. It'll walk itself out in the wash.
Oh, this is why I love this group. Oh, this is why I love this group. It just never not. I mean, I didn't say it, but and I gotta.
PP is helping decrease the crime rate. What do you mean by PP? You talking about people, or what are you talking about, Winslow?
Planned Parenthood.
Oh yeah, they are helping decrease crime rates.
No, they're not. Most of your crime rates coming from a mixed group. But yeah, you're going to see that in certain demographics within certain areas of the United States will have a higher concentration of people breaking the law than others. Yes, that happens, unfortunately. If you have a very high density with a huge population of blacks, yeah, you're going to have a good location of them that's going to commit a lot of crime. But crime, unfortunately, is across the borders, like all areas of the United States. So if you go into a place that's ethnically white, that's going to have its higher level of those who are committing the crime. But this is more of a political conversation, so I thought we weren't going to have these.
I don't know. You got Sparky.
So let's just get off the topic of the presidency, okay? We can talk about other things. Let's just get off the topic of the presidency.
Well, I was getting off of the topic of the presidency. Okay. That's why I was talking about something completely different. But you don't want to talk about it originally because you want to talk nothing about politics.
Fine.
So,
my neighbor's trying. They just fired off shots.
I see.
Who fired off shots? Your neighbors?
Yeah, they're home.
Are they black?
No, they're white. But they're on the other spectrum. White.
There's no such thing.
Yes.
No, there isn't.
Just because you've never seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
But Oklahoma is still Oklahoma. It's not as bad as what everyone said it was going to be, so there's a plus.
Well, I don't. Oh, you're talking about that same shit again.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody just kind of. Nobody really cares about that anymore.
I know everybody kind of just walked away from it, but it's like, oh my god, it was such a big deal about 2, 3, 4 weeks ago.
Oh, I know. It's just hellacious.
I was looking back in the conversation. I can't remember where it was. No, it was Antoine's mod chat. Yes, Discord. Because I remember there's a couple of people going apeshit nuts about that, telling me, "Oh my God, Oklahoma's turning into an Indian state. Oklahoma, oh my God, they're turning this. It's always been like this. What have you guys been?
I feel like this is politics.
All right, fine.
So.
You want me to say I was wrong, Rogue? Fine, I was wrong.
No, I'm just saying that, no matter what conversation we have, it's going to get political.
Yeah, it's going to get into politics, so.
I know, and I hate it.
You talk about comic books, politics. You talk about video games, politics. You can talk about shitting in the middle of the woods, politics. You're going to get politics no matter what. So having this statement that you had earlier, that we're not going to talk about anything but politics related, then that means we're not talking about anything. So... unless you want to talk about, a creepypasta, then by all means, it's going to be interesting.
All right, what's this about? Winslow put something in chat. What's this about KFC being racist?
It's normally racist.
The Colonel, man, the Colonel.
Southern.
I was reading something about that. I mean, what
Though he has issues with chicken though.
No, it was I can't remember what fucking post or article it was, but it has something to do with like a Japanese animation about why the Colonel is so popular in Japan. It's like, it's so fucking stupid. Cairo says, is NATO still relevant in a post-Soviet Union? A post-Soviet society?
Is NATO still relevant in a post-Soviet society? Yes, it is, because you still have the communist structure still running in certain areas. That is the reason of why NATO exists for the most part. Though the question should be, can NATO exist with the EU? That would be an interesting conversation altogether. I don't think either or can actually exist with each other. Are great white sharks racist? Discuss. No, they kill indiscriminately. They really do not see in color.
Just shades of black and white.
Questionable on how they actually see. They do see in the versions of sonar and sensing with the blood in the water.
And slight electrical signals too that the body
Yeah,
gives
which
off.
I kind of went with the kind of vague sonar. Because it is electrical currents that go in that actually produce the same thing like you would for a bat echolocation and that, but they're doing it by a different water sense. As for real vision, I don't think fish have an actual. Go ahead.
I think with sharks, they sense the vibrations in the water. That's why that's why they tell you don't flail around in the water when there's a shark around, because then it's like, oh my god, there's all this stuff coming over here. So then they come over to see, take a little nip to see if it's edible, and then we'll try to eat it.
No, what is it called? Rogue is right to a degree. It is a type of sonar, but
yes, but I think it's off of vibrations rather than sound.
Sharks have a really good acute smell, right? So they can detect like a single drop of blood in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. That is what we've figured out up to that point. Yes, they are able to detect vibrations or pulses in the water. Yeah. Again, it is another form of echolocation.
Yeah. Well, it's what's it called?
It's all in the snout. That snout itself is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It's like on the exterior. It's a type of It's the amphilia of Lorenzen. It's a type of sensor mechanisms they have along the sides of the face. And what it is it detects electrical sensations from because every time you move your arm and your fingers or anything like that, you give off a slight electrical discharge. Very, very, very slight. You can't pick it up. But it is
the muscle motions that you have. Each muscle motion is actually stimulated by a electrical impulse from the brain to your muscles. That's how we move around.
Yeah, and it's like within the nanovolts that it generates, and the sharks can detect that. It's not so much as vibrations as it's such in that electrical discharge. And that's what
the more that the more that you're active in the water, the more that they're going to pick up because of the factor that you give off a huge signal.
Yeah.
So that is, the basics for the most part. Plus, they generally do a bit of their, stalking. They're usually a bottom dwelling type, creature for the most part. But realistically, because as you go further down, you get loss of a lot of color, and you're going to have to be creative when it comes down to catching your prey.
Yeah. Very creative, because sharks, they do have eyes, but they are very, very blind.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, they are it's kind of weird. They have a much wider field of vision. But when it comes down to their nostrils sense, it's like a massive delay between the two. If they're up close and personal to you, they can actually see what's happening for the most part. But they're more about, attacking when you least expect it.
Mm-hmm.
They're unconventional. Hence why they're the leaders for the, king of the ocean.
Yep. And that's actually one thing Jaws got right in Jaws 3. Or was it Jaws of Revenge? I can't remember.
Probably Revenge.
I think it was Revenge because it was the guy's wife. The guy died.
Yeah.
And they were out. It was terrorizing, I think, the Bahama area.
Mm-hmm.
And they made that electrical discharge thing to confuse it, cause it pain. That's actually one thing they got right.
No, let's not forget the actual travel for the shark. He actually went from one point of the United States to travel all the way to the Bahamas, just so he can antagonize these people.
But here's also the other thing: the black guy didn't die.
Hey, he survived, damn it.
Yeah, the black guy didn't die. Only the white shark would not eat the black guy. That's racist.
I don't know if that's considered racist based off of the writing of or the direction of a Jewish storyteller.
So it's the Jewish and the white guy. Oh, I got it. The white shark and the Jew are racist. Got it.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
It is.
All right, there you go, Harv. We made it political. I hope you enjoy it.
You're wrong.
Oh, and he's laughing.
No, it's not political. It's racism.
Racism. Harv, you are part of this Discord.
God damn it.
Yeah, Harv, you are part of this Discord. If you want to jump in, you can. I heard you jump in the other day on another live stream. I think you can handle it.
Do we want to talk about cities now declaring racism as a public health hazard, public health issue?
I will answer that. Fine, we can talk
They're
about
overexceeding their power.
We can talk about politics as long as it's not about the presidency, okay?
Okay.
How's that?
Thank you, Sparky.
Okay.
He's actually defined certain things now. Congrats.
That's better.
Technically not about the presidency. It's about racism being these cities wanting their racism as a public health issue.
Yeah, but then you do realize that this is all based off of, unfortunately, your president, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. I said nothing about any president.
No, but again, this whole idea of having racist, racist conversation all stems back down to the original, talking point, like it or not. You can try to conflate this as a public health hazard, which is, an ongoing issue, but they've been trying to find a way to stifle freedom of speech for quite some time.
Health Forum, which has nothing to do with it doesn't solely deal with just U.S. politics. The World Health Forum.
How do I put this? They're trying to declare something that is far out of their power and basically abuse their powers.
Such as conflating a supposed morality issue with public health.
Well, again, you can say a morality issue does cause public health. Unfortunately, no matter what leaders that have any form of statement that could be viewed as a racial terminology could cause a degree of plight to an individual, which causes health mentally or even physically for that individual. It comes back down to the world organizations are going to go that route, and again, it comes back down to what leaders state. You see where this goes to.
And here's the funny thing: the rest of the world is actually way more racist than we are, but they're going to use these powers to kick our ass. That's bullshit. I mean, if we're really going to go after any racist country, China is literally committing fucking genocide.
No one cares.
Yeah, no one cares. I know, that's the fucked up thing. Oh, one black man gets killed in America. We have to do something. 1 million people fucking die in another country. Fuck them. I love it. I love it.
It's
I love this.
It's population control.
I know. I know.
For certain areas.
I mean, is that what we got to do? We have to, if we were doing genocide, actual genocide here in the United States, it'd be okay. Is that the thing? We have to do actual genocide?
No, if you start doing that again, or even going down that rabbit hole, you would have the world organizations go against you, including China.
Fuck 'em.
I know, that's the shit thing.
See, regardless of the fact that you guys are always going to be the focal point for the conversation, regardless of what the situation is. The rest of the countries don't really care what's happening with the other countries. They only focus on one because of one vocal person who's leading your country. Again, when you come down to this conversation, unfortunately, this always goes back down to the common denominator happens to be related to a person that sounds like Trump.
Trump?
So
I hope he is mentally unstable and he does push the fucking button at this point. I don't care anymore. Push the fucking button.
I will. I sense
maybe the cockroaches will get it right.
I sense where Roach is coming from, and I see what he's doing. Fine. I don't care about we talking about the president. I don't want to talk about the election. Okay?
You should just let it go. You should just let it go because I'm talking about. I just want the cockroaches to take over.
It'd be a lot easier at this point. I mean
they might do it right. Eat poop, and I mean, basically, they're already a step above our politicians at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All dumb and stupid.
Yeah. You could talk about TikTok, but that brings it back to a certain, individual.
No, we're allowed to talk about the president. He said just not the election.
Oh, that would incorporate the election, unfortunately.
Yeah. Why? Microsoft's buying TikTok. We all know this.
Again, like I said before, any conversation that we have focusing around the United States, decisions of doing things, happens to have a political venture that will eventually lead into who's going to be elected for new leadership.
And then they're going to sell it to Facebook.
That's usually how it works. That's usually how it works. So, Facebook's supposed to buy up everything?
Well, no. I mean, eventually Microsoft buys it and sells it to Facebook.
Yeah, but eventually, Facebook buys up everything.
Yeah. Because I now believe that Mark Zuckerberg is actually one of Bill Gates' undocumented children.
But he has no soul.
Yes. Well, that would explain a lot.
I mean, he's probably a machine.
Well, I mean, that, like I said, it explains a lot. How was he built? Who built him?
I know.
It's Bill Gates.
No, China. China built him.
No, China paid for it. Bill Gates.
Fine. Okay, how's this? I'm going to step away from the computer for about 20 minutes. You guys talk about whatever you want. I don't care. You guys have fun.
Sparky. No, goddammit. It's
okay. We'll behave. We'll behave.
But I was being behave. I'm just letting you know that it doesn't matter which venture we go into.
I know. Eventually, we're gonna get into that. But we could. Stephen Hawking. We could talk about Stephen Hawking.
No, you're not allowed to talk. You're not allowed to bring him.
You were told you can't do that.
Can't do that either.
No,
wait,
no,
we could talk about talk about the Epstein files. Oh no, wait, we can't.
No. See that leads to because again, your president just mentioned
all roads lead back to the president.
See.
Except for Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking doesn't lead back to the president.
I know, but we were not allowed to use that particular conversation.
Can we talk about Elon Musk and or does that also lead back to?
It could.
I think Sparky's already gone, so I think I can bring in Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, but that's for 20 minutes, and it would be interesting.
20 minutes of nothing but Stephen Hawking.
Should we? Should we?
You know what?
One, and then we'll let the audience dictate whether we need to go forward.
In fact,
none of these aren't labeled either.
Wait. I would even say for 20 minutes, okay. If you super chat Sparky money, or send him stream labs. We'll put your message in a Stephen Hawking's voice on air for the next 20 minutes.
Oh, I have to find that again, but okay.
Oh, come on, you put it in the back office. Okay, can I point out that I find it kind of funny that a Antifa kid was pointed out by his grandmother who turned out to buy his own clothes.
Well, it's even funnier that the grandma is a Trump supporter.
See how this works?
Jesus, yeah, this is awesome.
See?
Gotta find that Stephen Hawking generator first here. Okay.
So, but I honestly think, regardless of the fact or whether she's a believer in the whole, Donald Trump, presidency or not, I still think it's funny that she outed her grandson. All on the basis of the fact that she's the one that bought his clothes.
Okay. Okay. Pick a number between 1 and 9, Pen.
8.
Ooh, that's the long one. You picked right.
Cause this is thriller night and no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. It's thriller night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller tonight. Yeah. Ooh.
If that gets copyright struck, I call bullshit.
Well, I was going to say you could also do the he.
Yeah, no. That was Sparky's selection. He brought it to it, and I had to actually literally put in the commas and that in order to break it up. Otherwise, it's just a run-on sentence with no actual breathing. It was like going, wait.
So what did everybody think about that? I'm not really honest.
I would say give them number 3.
Give them number 3. Oh, number 3. That's an interesting one. I think you remember that one.
Fear can be a potent aphrodisiac.
So it gets better because we have Stephen Hawking, in a BDSM outfit, talking dirty.
Oh baby.
baby.
Oh God.
Stephen Hawking's is Justin Bieber.
Well, I mean, realistically, Stephen Hawking is a gift that keeps on giving.
Even after death. Yeah, we literally raised him from the dead, and this is Stephen Hawking.
Well, just his his voice box. Yeah.
Yeah, Rogue dug him up and stole it. He get away with it.
Stephen Hawking can talk with a ball gag in 2, but not with handcuffs. No, he could. He actually, because he didn't have any really good hand motions in that. So all of his detections that he did was from his eyes. So the computer was very sensitive based off of his eye movements, so they would actually be able to input data that way. That was interesting. As well as he had the little tube that went into his mouth, so he had control over the dexterity of his tongue for going back and forth on certain things. But
he was very good with his tongue.
Very, very good with his tongue, apparently. But yeah, motion and tongue were his ways of communicating.
Yes, and this one was one of them too.
I've got a mind to turn you over my knee and spank the spoiled hell out of you.
Indeed. But yeah, no. Actually, there's one that actually popped up a while back that people are actually now talking about if we're going to go into video games. Grounded, that happens to hit the Xbox.
That's not basically the Honey I Shrunk the Kids game.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. It's a co-op type game. You can solo it if you want to. And you're in the back garden of some lot for some reason, and you have to figure out the reason of why, and also why you're only a few inches high.
Yep.
Oh, and then there's spiders, lots and lots of spiders.
Hey, Draco.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
Daddy hurt me.
Christ. I was wondering if we can get Draconith to play this game.
What? What game? This one?
No, Grounded.
Who's your daddy?
Well, that's a totally different game altogether.
Stick it right up my ass, Hillary.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Well, that'd be a good one.
Yeah. But no, I've actually played about 2 hours of the game. I've gotten to a particular area of the in the game where I've got to put together the little science base that was created near a giant tree. Yeah, and there's lots of speeders around me. That's gonna be fun. So yeah, as well as there's been a lot of people with their impression of the they're liking the game. It's still early. There's still a lot that they can do with it.
But mostly positive from what I'm seeing on Steam.
Yes, very positive.
And it's multiplayer, but okay.
Like I said, it could be done on a solo level. It's got the survival-esque feel, but again, with an environment that you don't always get a chance to see.
So wait a minute, is it kind of like 7 Days to Die, except it's bugs instead of zombies?
A lot of bugs instead of zombies, and yeah, there's a day-night cycle. The only thing that you really have to look out for the most part, is the fucking arachnids.
Okay, so
I mean, there's the ladybugs that are there. They're another tanker. There's the ants that are another one that could possibly do some serious damage to you. But majority of them are kind of passive that could become aggressive. Spiders are the only major aggressive insect arachnid that you have to deal with.
At least at the moment, I'm sure that they'll have like DLC where they'll add more critters.
Probably you might end up with a scorpion if you're lucky, but realistically, I think the spiders alone being hard to kill and heavy hitting, yeah, that's a pretty good get the fuck out of here kind of moment. The moment you see, you have that feeling of Jurassic Park moment, where the kids in the vehicle and the cup of water is vibrating. Well, in the far distance, you see the little grass twitching.
Mm-hmm.
You know damn well something big is coming your way. And it usually has 8 legs. And oh my god, the moment they see you, they want to numb on your ass.
Num, 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 num. Yeah, that would be great to put Draconith in.
And yeah,
he might enjoy that one.
Oh yeah, he would. He would love it. But yeah, no, you would have to make sure that he doesn't know that they're there yet, and let him find out after the fact. Yeah, and then he'll nope the fuck out. But yeah, no, I would have to say out of all that, that's probably the interesting game of talking points. Well, now that we've had that conversation,
Yeah.
seems Sparky's back.
Sparky back?
Yeah, I made a slight comment. It's like, I find it interesting you guys finally talk about games when I leave.
Oh, we talked about some other things too, but
We talked
I
about
know.
a game, a
I know.
single game.
I sit here and I listen to the whole thing.
you did say whatever we wanted.
I said whatever you want. It's fine.
God damn it.
Yeah. So, have you had a chance to actually get into the game and see what I did to the base rogue?
I've seen it. Been busy dealing with something else.
Yeah. Well, no, I changed up the front structure of it just because, simple fact, it seemed like the zombies like to go to the corners and beat the fuck out of the corners. So,
yeah.
I just, on the front port, I smoothed it all out, locked up the hole. Now, I've got a fool in that damn hole now, but...
Again, that you guys get to, mess around with all that.
No, it's all good.
That is being built.
No, it's all good. I'm gonna do the same thing to the sides and the back. I think I'll leave up the interior wall. I'll just have it where there's 2 walls all the way around it. So that way, I mean, there's like 2 layers of protection. See what happens. But no, I'm getting along pretty damn good in the game so far.
Yeah, I know because Penn, she was in the game. She died multiple times.
At least 3.
I've died a couple different times. Some of them were intentional
maybe
deaths.
4.
Some of them were intentional deaths, but I've died a couple times.
I hear 5.
Okay, maybe 5.
Yeah, see.
But no, they all have their own vehicles now.
Yeah, I noticed.
So that'll keep them from trying to steal mine all the time.
No, they'll steal yours.
Don't worry, they'll end up stealing yours anyway.
Well, okay, Jim X, whenever I say they, I'm just trying to be fair and spread it out. Whenever I say they, I mean she.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, you could just all make it simplified for you, and just pick it up, put it in your pocket.
Yeah. Oh no, I've gone to the point of
somebody like that to actually steal shit.
I've gone to the point of just locking it.
Yeah. That works.
Well, shit.
What's the problem, sir?
He blew up his truck.
I got a pet problem.
You got a couple dogs.
No, I mean
lions and tigers and bears on my.
If you learn how to neuter or spay your pets in that, you wouldn't have this problem.
Wait a minute, are you having an issue in game?
No, maybe. He's not whatsoever. He's actually preparing to go to war with China and Russia sometime soon.
It's not an issue in game. It's just the game's doing what the game does, and we have gone to the point of having detonators now.
Yeah, no, you've gotten to that. I looked at your. Unfortunately, the day cycle that you guys are in actually makes the game much more difficult as you further advance. They're going to bring in more multiplications for the zoms.
Oh yeah, we've noticed. The hotel, when they started bringing in the detonators, they also increased the number of the other zombies. So we say that the hotel one night, everything's hunky dory. Yeah, they kind of got up to the upper floors. There's no big deal. The next blood moon that they had, and it started bringing detonators. Yeah, that hotel got leveled.
Yeah.
So it's like, so it seems like the best viable plan now is just to get into the trucks and fucking drive.
That's usually the best way of doing it.
So that's what I've been doing.
Just have to make sure that they're fully gassed.
Yeah.
No. You want to make sure that you had a quarter tank and only 2 shotgun shells.
Well, I've been.
You drive about 2 miles and then hope for the best.
Yeah. Well, no, you can drive, and once you're in an area and let the hordes spawn in, and you drive away, and you drive far enough away. Usually, they don't follow you.
No, they don't. No,
They just stay around the area. Now, if you go drive back, you see them running towards you and stuff like that. But usually they don't. They won't come towards you. Now, the other zombies around the area will spawn. Will go into horde mode, but usually it's easy enough to take care of. But I've been doing. I've been trying to take advantage of the time doing that. So during the blood moons, I'll drive through. And I'll go through different areas I haven't been in before just to look around. Like I told Jim Max and Penn, I've located 2 other traders. So there's 3 traders now I've located. So
yeah, that map only has 4.
yeah, so I just gotta find 1 more and we're good. Now how do you have the spawns set in? All regular items don't respawn, do they? Safes respawn, but like boxes, crates,
they
and stuff
do
like that.
No,
respawn.
everything respawns.
Everything respawns. It's just it's got a time of how often it respawns.
Okay. Because, I mean, that one Shamway, I have not seen anything respawn into it yet.
It's usually again it varies from 3 days to a week in game. It questionable on its length.
If the building structure is destroyed, then nothing will respawn.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Well, technically, the building structure is quote unquote still there.
It's still there.
It's still there. The front's still there. I mean,
yeah, no. If it's been altered in any way, it may not respawn items.
all right.
Yeah. For example, if let's say the Shamway across the way is a house or a portion of one, and you restructure the Shamway, anything in the house across the way has the ability of respawn, but the Shamway itself has lost that ability.
Okay. All right. I think I got it.
Fair enough.
So yeah,
It's
it's a reason of why you wanna have certain areas that have respawn ability. For example, if you've already taken over a block radius, then outside of the block you should have respawnable characters. Because if the zombies are able to spawn in there, the chances of you having your items also spawn in is pretty high. But the moment you make alterations is the moment it shuts down that area.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We've had that before with another game. That's also when I lit up Draconith.
You lit up Draconith, huh?
Yeah, I gave him Molotov and was going to hand it over to him. And apparently, handing you a Molotov is equated to throwing it.
Oh yeah, we found that out too.
Yeah, we found that out too. So
yeah,
I know
technically
me and
you're
Penn
supposed to drop it, not give it. Something about the game's mechanics is still kind of weird.
I know the water mechanics are still weird.
Mm.
Water mechanics still
So,
fucking suck.
speaking of mechanics, apparently that since Disney is doing some heart-to-heart rethinking, they might be changing their Galaxy Edge from what they have from the extended to the original series.
Yeah, I wonder why. I mean, they were doing so well. Sorry.
You couldn't say that with a straight face, could you?
I could never say that with a straight face.
Shocking.
Shocker.
But it may not matter to anyone because Disney could go tits up and have to sell off some of its prize jewels.
Its prior buys, you mean?
Yeah.
Please sell Star Wars. Please sell Star Wars.
Oh no, God, that could be worse.
They may give up a lot of the Fox acquisition.
That could actually go worse, Sparky. Let's hope not.
Yeah, the Fox acquisition will most likely go up. As for the Lucas acquisition, that they'd purchase lock, stock, and barrel, plus the ability to have Lucas work for them for a duration.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually within the contract.
Huh.
Wait, they have to sell it back to him?
No, they don't. No, they can employ him for whatever projects that they need him for. That's within the contracts that both signed over. Once Disney purchased all rights to Star Wars or Lucas films, they also purchased the skill set of one George Lucas.
Interesting.
And they don't have to pay him.
They don't have to pay him?
No, they've already paid him.
Oh.
That $4+ billion that they put in order to buy Lucas, or buy him out, that was not only a severance package, but any payment that is going to go forward. So technically, he'd be working for free. So they don't have to listen to him. He'd be a consultant, but they would be able to, borrow his services whenever they need to. Now, the person who doesn't want to borrow services would be Kathleen Kennedy. Now,
she doesn't have. I'm hearing she might be one of the first things to be let go due to money issues.
We don't know for sure. There's a lot of rumor and innuendos that have that. Until they become true, it's just rumor. Conjecture is really great, but I'm going to wait and see exactly what happens first. I think she's going to be leaving on her own terms.
Now, you think that's what's going to be, or do you think that's what it's going to be said?
No, that's what's going to be. She's going to be leaving on her own terms. She's already stated that she's leaving.
Good for her. Maybe she can start her own good business and do it right.
Actually, no. She's been hired by Abrams and DC.
Fuck.
Whoa! Well, good luck with that.
They'll be working on the the movie cinematic.
Oh my God! Tell me they're not going to be working on stuff. Well, she can't do any more damage there. Honestly, they can't fuck that up. If they can, my God, is that woman talented?
They can do a lot more damage.
Well, if she can do it, my God, that woman is talented.
Yeah, she is. But realistically, at the end of the day, that is what has been stated. Now, whether it's completely true or not, that's a whole different thing. But yeah, it looks like she'll be working with Abrams on the DC projects. And any Abrams-related project going forward. So that's going to be fun and interesting. But good news, Star Wars will be going back to normal eventually. Just don't know when.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Just don't know when.
Okay. Well, we've been going for 2 hours. That seems like a good note to end off on, so... I'm gonna go and I'm gonna play some more games. No, I'm gonna go play some more games and go to sleep. I go.
Yay! Games and sleep. Sleep in games.
Games and sleep. Yeah. Yeah, I completely lost track of time last night. I was like, I want to get this base done, and it's like I'm not gonna leave until this base is done. And I look at the clock; it's like 8 a.m. I'm like, shit.
I mean, you've been working hard and diligently.
Yeah, I have been.
I mean, you're almost up there with Brie Larson and her YouTube channel.
Oh, you mean the one that's no longer existent?
Something like that, yes.
I thought that's still there, isn't it?
Anyways, thank you everyone for joining us. Anyone want to chill out before we go?
Brie Larson's non-existent YouTube channel.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I don't even know who Brie Larson is. So.
I like how Rogue and I went to the same place.
Yeah, I don't even know who Brie Larson is.
Brie Larson
Captain
is
Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Doesn't mean give me a fucking explanation of who. Okay.
You asked the question. We answered. Yes. Otherwise, if you don't really have, the ability to play certain video games with ourselves on 7 days, well, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Or better yet, you may want to haunt me over on my little areas such as Grounded or even Fallout 76. These things are available to you on this thing called Xbox Game Pass, and you just have to put down a little bit of money in order to get access to such games. As for 7 Days to Die, that's a whole different crux. You have to work on that Steam account and put down some good cash in that. Eventually, we'll be getting to the 19, beta, whatever you want to call it. But in the meantime, and in between time, be happy, vote often, and remember to sign up for Brie Larson's, like, comment, and subscribe, and tell her that tell her that GNF says hi.
Okay, well, as far as my end, I've got the last 2 episodes of Super Mario World, Sparky and Salwin episodes up. You can see them on the channel and the playlist for that. You can go watch them if you're interested in Super Mario World. And me and KG have started up another watch club. So far, we got 4 episodes done. And the way I'm wanting to do this, we're going to complete this series, which is Clockwork Planet. It's 12 episodes. And we're going to complete 2 more, and then I'm going to start releasing them. So the shows that me and him have planned is Clockwork Planet, Saga of Tanya the Evil, and Goblin Slayer. So as soon as we're halfway done with Goblin Slayer, I'm going to start releasing them on my channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that'll be like a 12-week running period because it'll be 1 episode per week. And while that's going on, me and him will get a couple more episodes done. Jin Max wasn't able to join us for the first 4 episodes of Clockwork Planet. But if anyone wants to join us for Tanya the Evil and Goblin Slayer, we do the recordings every Tuesday around 8-9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it's within the Discord. So, as far as when they're going to be released, I don't know yet. Probably within another 2 or 3 weeks. But, like I said, that's one of the plans I've got going on right now. But with that, I've got nothing else. Anyone
Crushed
else?
and broken beneath an unconscious naked child. Yep, I think I'm done here.
And while I mute Gen Max here, take care of everyone. Please like, subscribe, and see you on the next one. Later.
Boogers. Yes, he did.
You all ready?